My parents sneered. You'll never be as good as your brother. I stood up and said, then tell him to pay all the bills. I'm not sending money anymore. My mom was stunned. What money? We never received a single dollar from you. My name is Cooper Adewale. I am 42 years old. I am a civil engineer by profession. I design roads and bridges for a multinational construction firm based in Johannesburg. I am an African man raised with strict values. Quiet, responsible, loyal to family even when it hurts. People describe me as calm. Patient. Too patient. I believed respect was earned by endurance. I believed sacrifice would eventually be seen. That belief almost destroyed me. I grew up in Ibadan, Nigeria. My father Samuel Adewale is 68. Retired school principal. Proud. Sharp-tongued. A man who believes authority never expires. My mother Grace Adewale is 62. Former seamstress. Soft-spoken in public. Hard in private. She believes silence is wisdom. My older brother Daniel Adewale is 46. A businessman who never built a real business. Charming. Loud. Always praised. Always protected. From childhood the difference was clear. Daniel failed classes and was called creative. I topped my class and was told not to be proud. Daniel broke windows and was called a leader. I fixed them and was called weak. At 13 I started repairing neighbors' radios for small money. My mother collected it for household needs. Daniel spent his days playing football and dreaming loudly. My father told me, Cooper, you are the backbone. Daniel is the face. Faces are admired. Backbones are used. I swallowed that sentence for decades. At 23 I earned a scholarship to study engineering in South Africa. Full funding, tuition, housing, food. I worked nights at a warehouse to send money home. I sent my first transfer of $300. My mother cried on the phone. Said, God bless you my son. You are a real man. I believed her. After graduation I got a job immediately. Entry level, long hours, dust, concrete, stress. I kept sending money, rent, school fees for cousins, medical bills, church donations under my name. Daniel stayed home, tried businesses, phone accessories, poultry, crypto. Each one failed. My parents said he was trying. They said I should help him try again. By 30 I was sending nearly half my salary home. Every month. Without fail. I lived in a small apartment. Drove a second-hand car. Skipped vacations. Skipped rest. When I hesitated my father would say, remember where you come from. When I delayed my mother would say, Daniel is your brother. Blood first. At 35 I married Aisha. She is 31 now. A pediatric nurse. Calm. Observant. Strong where I am soft. She warned me gently, Cooper, you are being drained. Love should not be this heavy. I defended my family. I said they depend on me. She said dependence should not feel like disrespect. We had one son, Malik. He is 6. Bright eyes. Curious. I promised myself he would never feel small in his own home. The breaking day came last year. I flew home for my father's birthday. A big celebration. Daniel arrived in a new SUV. Claimed it was a partnership car. Everyone applauded. I arrived quietly. Helped set chairs. Paid for catering without telling anyone. At dinner my father raised his glass. He praised Daniel. Called him a born leader. Said, some men are made for greatness. Others are made to support greatness. Then he looked at me and smiled thinly. The table laughed. Daniel added, Cooper is good with numbers. Not with vision. He should stick to sending money. My mother nodded. Something in me stood up before my body did. I said calmly, then tell him to pay all the bills. I am not sending money anymore. Silence fell. My mother's face changed color. She said, what money? We never received a single dollar from you. The room spun. My father frowned. Daniel leaned back smiling. I asked slowly, what do you mean never received? My mother said, Cooper, do not lie. Daniel has been supporting this family. You only send small gifts sometimes. Daniel added, brother, do not embarrass yourself. You know I handle finances. I felt my chest tear open. I pulled out my phone. I showed bank transfers. Years of them. Amounts. Dates. Receipts. My father's hands shook. My mother covered her mouth. Daniel stood up shouting, "Those were investments. You gave me to grow business, not family support." My father asked, "Daniel, where is the money?" Daniel said, "It failed. Business risk." My mother whispered, "Our rent, our hospital bills, our church offerings." Daniel looked away. That night my mother knocked on my door crying. She said, "We never saw the money. Daniel told us you were selfish, that you forgot us." He said he carried the burden alone. I did not sleep. The next morning I left. I did not argue. I did not shout. I went back to South Africa and did something I had never done. I stopped sending money. I also stopped calling. Weeks passed. Messages came. Accusations. Guilt. My father said I had changed. My mother begged. Daniel threatened. I stayed silent. Instead I hired an auditor. I tracked every transfer, every withdrawal, properties, cars, accounts in Daniel's name, mistresses, gambling debts. He had built a life on my spine. I sent the full report to my parents, with receipts, screenshots, legal explanations. 3 days later my father called crying. He said, "I failed you." Daniel disappeared, sold the SUV, tried to reach me. I did not respond. Then came the twist. My mother fell ill, needed surgery. I paid directly to the hospital. I visited. She held my hand, said, "I see you now. Forgive me." Daniel arrived drunk, demanded money. Security removed him. My father told him to leave the house. For the first time. Months later I returned again. This time not as the quiet son. I bought a small house nearby, in my mother's name, with legal control in mine. I arranged monthly support, transparent, fixed, limited, respectful. I offered Daniel one chance. Rehab, training, no money, just opportunity. He refused, called me arrogant, left town. Today my parents greet me with humility, not fear, not entitlement. My son runs freely in a home where his worth is not questioned. My revenge was not cruelty. It was clarity. I removed myself from being used. And in doing so, I forced the truth to stand. Some people only respect you when you stop bleeding for them. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And tell me, what would you have done if you were in my place?